Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to News Track on Channels Television. I'm Joke Rogers.
And I'm Charles Aruka. Here are the stories and reports we're tracking this hour. It's been a little over 2 weeks since the abduction of some schoolgirls from the Federal Government College in Chibok, Borno State, but Nigerians feel time is running out for the girls who are yet to be rescued. Parents of the missing girls and other sympathizers staged a protest in Abuja to seek a quick response from the federal government.
Aside from the protesters who stormed the National Assembly complex to express their grievances, lawmakers also joined demanding a quick action that would lead to the release of the schoolgirls. Our correspondent Linda Kigbe reports.
These are the mothers, fathers and relatives of the young girls abducted 15 days ago from their school in Chibok, Borno State. They left their community and gathered here at the Eagle Square, Abuja, to take their protest to the National Assembly in the hope that their efforts will see to the release of their children. For these people, it's been 15 long days of grief, anguish and uncertainty over the fate of their children who were abducted by insurgents. One mother could not hide her pain any longer. Others pleaded with government to do more in securing the release of their children.
Our daughters have been distributed in groups. Some are crossing to Chad. Some are going. We do not know where our daughters are. 200 plus. They are nowhere to be found. Nobody is telling us where our daughters are. Nobody is consulting us.
I'm made to know that the government is putting an effort to rescue them, but that we feel it has not yielded result in the sense that we haven't seen any of our daughters who have been rescued after the event, except for those who were able to escape on their own.
The relations then began the walk to the National Assembly. They were received by some federal lawmakers.
I assure you that Senate is not sleeping. Senate is not reneging on its responsibility, but is working very hard to ensure that something is done very urgently on this matter.
Unbeknown to the women, the issue of the abduction of 230 young girls has been debated at the two chambers of the National Assembly.
I've been in the forefront of saying we must go to dialogue. We must dialogue with them, we must discuss with them. But I think we must take this battle to a level where they also will now call for dialogue.
Other lawmakers questioned the role of neighboring countries in dealing with the insurgency. This position was echoed in the House of Representatives.
There must be some kind of interagency, interministerial collaboration between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, between the military, with the United Nations, with ECOWAS, everybody coming together to look at this regional administration so that we are given the right of pursuit to be able to track these insurgents, and so that there's some kind of collaboration between all the countries in the region to work together to stop this.
For me, it looks like government has broken down.
After the debate, the House of Representatives summoned security chiefs and heads of security agencies to brief it on the efforts made so far to release over 200 girls abducted in Chibok, Borno State.
Those against, please say nay.
And still with the National Assembly, there seems to be a twist to the invitation to the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diazani Alison Madueke, to appear before the House Committee probing the allegations of chartered aircraft and the subsequent injunction from the court. A federal high court in Abuja has summoned the House of Representatives to explain how it came about the purported order which stopped it from going ahead with the probe. An angry Justice Ahmed Mohammed said he was embarrassed when he woke to see a barrage of newspaper headlines claiming that he granted an order restraining the House of Representatives from probing the minister. However, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, says the probe is not closed yet as the House is seeking legal advice on the matter.
The result of my consultation was that we seek for formal opinion, irrespective of the fact that I'm a lawyer and I, with every sense of humility, know the position of the law on these issues, seek a formal opinion on, legal opinion on the status of that kind of action so that the House can be properly guided. I have commenced that process, and that's why I called on the chairman. I've been in the House Committee on Public Accounts and requested that, look, we stay action because we're a law-abiding parliament. It's not that we have closed that investigation, and then when we get the legal advice, we take the appropriate step that needs to be taken.
House of Rep Speaker Aminu Tambuwal. Well, the Minister of Transport, Idris Umar, has denied giving approval for the operation of the Nigerian Merchant Navy Corps. In a statement, the minister admitted meeting officials of the Corps, but insisted that he never gave approval for their request to establish a training college. Officials of the institution located in Ida, Kogi State, told the Joint Military Task Force on Monday morning's raid, that they had the minister's approval for the school's operations.
Still to come on News Track, police in Abuja disperse a protest by lecturers of colleges of education and polytechnics using tear gas.
Please stay with us for details.
With a growing base of over $2 trillion, Africa is rising and Nigeria is rising too as one of the 10 fastest emerging economies on the continent. As the largest economy in Africa hosts the 24th edition of the World Economic Forum on Africa, this year's theme is timely. This morning, we'll be reporting live throughout this key event in the business calendar. Leaders across board set priorities for business and government. World Economic Forum Africa, forging inclusive growth, creating jobs.
Welcome back. All our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, as well as youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores.
You can also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your report, pictures and videos. The Governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, says professionals should consider very seriously the option of coming into public service. At the event put together by a new online newspaper, The Cable, Governor Fashola joined other guests, including former military head of state General Abdul Salami Abubakar, Mrs. Chris Anyanwu, the CEO of Airtel Nigeria, Mr. Segun Ogunsonya, and Mr. Nduka Obagbena to discuss strategies for building a better Nigeria. Also lending his voice at the conference with the theme Nigeria at 100, Reflections on the Future, the chairman, CEO of Channels Television, Mr. John Momo, wants to see a total overhaul of the country's value system, which he says will strengthen its evolving growth.
It's the best of a digital news platform, The Cable, which is hoping to contribute to a new Nigeria. What a better way to start than to bring together a former head of state who handed over to civilians, a senator, Governor Fashola, and the man that superintends over 8-time best television station, his colleague, and the MD of